But as you look at these numbers, do you see an opening for Democrats, and where should they focus their efforts?
Yeah, I totally see an opening for the Democrats, and it's not surprising to me that voters are not very happy, or the American public is not very happy with his cabinet picks, because what he's done is he's gone after the loyalists, right? The Trump loyalists, bazillionaires, geez, gazillionaires. There was a report that came out last week that said 17 of his picks are worth $9.5 billion or more. It goes completely against the populist message that he ran on, where he was supposed to be about the American people, but yet he's bringing in these very wealthy folks with extreme views, many of them, and also not very diverse. You see a lot of alpha white males, if you will. And so I think it's not surprising at all, and I do believe that Democrats have an opening. Just for an example, 2 weeks ago I did a press conference with Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, and Senator Bernie Sanders, where we talked about Medicare and then not privatizing Medicare, which is really an important issue, because we saw how successful the Democrats were back in 2005 when Bush and the Republicans wanted to privatize Social Security.
Do you think, Michael, and when you look again, not just at these numbers, but you look at what came out of this election, and we know this was the change election. We know people were fed up with what was going on in Washington, D.C. How does Donald Trump approach this now? How does he take what he has, which is this big victory in the Electoral College, but a loss, and an almost 3 million vote loss in the popular vote? Look at this split in the numbers that we're seeing in polls like this, that people still don't like his temperament. How does he lead? How does he take this moving forward? And who does he work with?
Well, let's remember that the popular vote is kind of like attendance at a football game. It's a statistic, but it's not how you win the game. And Donald Trump won the election. He has a mandate to change Washington. He's put together a team to help him do it. I know that Speaker Ryan and Senator McConnell are ready to help him do it. They're looking at things like the Affordable Care Act, tax reform, things that the American people expect them to fix, because they know that the economy right now just isn't working.
Where are they going to come together, and where are the big problems going to be, do you think, Corinne? I want to go back to my original question, which is, where do you focus your time and attention if you say, all right, I'm going to look at these issues, and here's the ones that we're going to fight to protect. Here's the nominees that we think are important not to get confirmed. Where does that attention go?
Right, I think that's right. But I just want to, for a quick second, the mandate thing. He doesn't have a mandate. It should be one person, one vote. And when you lose the popular vote by 3 million, close to 3 million, that's pretty significant. And we talk about the Electoral College. Yes, Donald Trump is going to be president, but the Electoral College the margin that he won it by is one of the smallest that we've seen in U.S. presidential elections. And so he hasn't done what he needs to do, which is bring the country together. Instead, he's refusing to do intelligence briefing. He's not talking about. We haven't really gotten a sense if he's really going to divest from his business with the conflict of interest, and that could be a place right there where Democrats can certainly push hard on. So I think there's a lot there, because he hasn't done what he needs to do to bring the country together. And as we mentioned from the top of the segment here, it is a divided country right now.
Well,